is Akasan. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing swell. It's time for another reaction. This one's actually a little special to me. This is called Invincible. This is going to be the teaser trailer. It's debuting here on Amazon Prime next year, which I'm very much looking forward to. This is coming courtesy of Skybound Entertainment. That it's Robert Kirkman, you know, the creator of The Walking Dead. I've read a few of the Invincible comic books when I visited Skybound about 2 years ago. I was introduced to Invincible because like I've always known about it because there's actually something pretty controversial that happens in this particular comic book that sort of flipped the standards and the ideas of certain genres and sexes and such. But I don't want to spoil anything. And I also don't want that to be the main reason why somebody would tune in or something like that. I get why that's so popular and such, but the other thing what I was gonna say was I picked up the trade paperback and I read the first 2 or 3 trade paperbacks, so I have a good grounding of the story. But I was, when they announced, like Saifu was saying, it's been more than 3 years since they announced this. They can't believe they're finally doing it. When they announced it, you know, I was so happy because I didn't know it was going to be an animated form, but I guess that works the way they're trying to do it. I mean, they could do something similar to what they do with The Boys, but we're going to see how it looks in animated form. And on top of that, the fact that they got, I just saw the listing of one person, J.K. Simmons, as we all know. J.K. Simmons is going to be in this role. I'm assuming he's playing the father, as we see, because he like legit looks like JJJ, J. Jonah Jameson here. So I'm assuming that's who he's playing. But if you're familiar with Korra of the Avatar series, J.K. Simmons also played Tenzin in that, and so I could really feel his voice would match this project. Let's oh, and Glenn is in it. Okay, which is even better. They got Glenn too. I thought I remember hearing his that he was cast as well. Again, it'd be interesting if they did a live action, but you know, I'm glad that they're getting something out here. Amazon making moves, big moves. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Mark Hamill was in this too? Yo, stop. Okay, tell me later. Hold on. Let's check it out. I didn't know that. Let's go.
Son, kids your age think they're invincible.
Mm-hmm.
And it holds them back, makes them careless. You hear it?
I do.
Ha!
You
Dope.
nervous?
A little.
Oh shit! Oh, scared the shit out of me.
Oh crap! Oh my god! I can do this.
Right.
I need something to punch.
This is the beginning of a long journey for you, son. The thing is, you're different. You actually are
Invincible. Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, hello. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't say. Damn, that was that was Mary Jerry. She knows me. I think she knows, or she should know me, but I definitely know her. But that was just, the timing was terrible. It was like, ooh, hello, but it also says former refugees first time watching Marvel's Iron Man. Damn it, Skybound. Damn it. Let's quickly change the subject. Let's get back on track here. So what I like about this is interesting. Obviously, the thing that's winning it over for me the best is J.K. Simmons being in it. Like his narration, like I said, say what you will about the Legend of Korra. Say what you will about the Legend of Korra, but you cannot deny how good Simmons was and Tenzin as kind of like this somewhat mentor figure or whatever. Like he's got that perfect voice that really is kind of like a mentor essentially. And like maybe it's because I liked Korra so much, but like that's what I get off of that. So I really like him playing the father, and I guess yeah, Glenn Stephen Yoon, he's doing Invincible, which matches very well. What sticks out for me the most, I thought about this, or just looking at it, is something I really, really like is the animation doesn't look cheap. Currently on Patreon, as most of you guys know, I'm watching the season 3 of Young Justice, and you can definitely tell. At some points they took, I wouldn't say shortcuts, but there might have been some budget restraints and such. And you can kind of tell where the animation is sort of I don't want to say sloppy, but it looks a little out of sync. And I'm also watching on Netflix right now. Netflix right now. Here you go. Falls Flat. Thank you. I'm watching something called Dragon's Dogma, I believe. And while this one looks better than some of the other Netflix animations I've seen, occasionally things seem out of proportion and it falls flat as well. It doesn't. Sometimes the things with the dragons really take me out of sync, but with the creatures, but that's a whole nother deal. But sorry. There's something I thought of recently on Twitch right now. We've been building a lot of new movies and a lot of different stuff for like little movies that we can show in between these streams. And I just last night there was just something that happened in the first episode of Dragon's Dogma where I was like, oh shit, we could use this as a raid movie or something like that. But I can't mention it because it spoils the first episode. But I was laughing my ass off. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what I was gonna say, they can't be all of God of High School, man. Play just no, bro. Like even God of High School, even the God of High School. I'm on right now. I just finished episode 9 right now on that one, and or episode 10, and you can tell sometimes which episodes that they saved their best people for, and the rest they just kind of coasted through. You know, at least some of these animations have a story going. I don't know about guy like I think it's like over in like what 3 more episodes, and I still don't exactly get the like it's a little weird, but anyway, but it is beautiful though. Certain scenes. Now, what let me get back into what I was talking about here is that my biggest concern with a lot of these network sort of not network but online situations, Netflix, Hulu, whatever, is the animation seems to be lacking sometimes or falls flat. Now again, this is just a trailer, but I think it worked. It seems like it looks pretty damn clean. And what have you not. Now, the one thing that is kind of weird to me, and I don't know if the rest of you guys picked up on this. Does this not remind you of Spectacular Spider-Man, or not even Spectacular Spider-Man, but the one that came after it? What was it called? Was it called The Amazing Spider-Man or something like that? The more kid-friendly Spider-Man show that included Iron Man and Captain America, Ultimate Spider-Man. Thank you. Did it not remind you guys a little bit of like it could like it could flawlessly be in the same sort of world or something like that? I don't know what it is. If it's the palette coloring the palette coloring, the frames per second that they're using. No, I don't think it's not the frames per second that they're using. But you know what? I think it. Yeah, you know, actually, it is. It's a combination of the depth of field that they've used in Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah. See, but it looks. I think it's the depth of field of Spectacular Spider-Man that they're using. But the character design fits more with Ultimate Spider-Man, and then the color palette, right? Yes. So it's very interesting to me that it's a very brighter tone, but if anybody that's read the graphic novel or the comic or whatever, it fits. The color palette fits exactly. So you don't really want to go to, he's got blood all over him, right? You don't want to darken it for the sake of darkening it, because there are dark things that happen in the story, but for whatever reason, they've chose to go like the more the traditional comic book route. But it was specifically this scene right here where I was like, damn, this dude looked like he could come straight out of the Ultimate Spider-Man or like one of those basic cartoons. So that is my one concern, is that down the line, how people don't be taking care of their kids or whatever, right? I just don't want the situation to be where like some kid starts watching Amazon Prime and then they're just like, what is this? And then they get in trouble and it becomes a big conspiracy situation. And then we are a big problem. And then we start seeing less and less of this content coming to Amazon Prime, because I would love that. In fact, I wanted to make a video about this, but I'll just include it in here. Did you guys know that last week's The Boys episode got taken off, banned from Amazon Japan? I didn't even think about it. So I watched it. My team watched it. The boys watched The Boys, but then it got actually taken off of it got taken off of Amazon.co.jp, Amazon Prime Japan, and we were wondering why. And then because they had floppy dicks everywhere. Like that had to be it. That had to be it. You cannot show genitalia on Japanese, any sort of, even the adult video stuff. It's all pixelated. You cannot show any of that. It's the craziest thing. So you cannot show any of that. And I think it was weird because they let it go up there, right? But then they took it down and everybody was wondering what happened. But now it's back up, but I think they've edited those scenes. But what's the weirdest thing is, like, we're watching this and like none of us, like, yeah, it was kind of shock value, but it never even really occurred to me that might be a problem in Japan. Like, I'm so desensitized to all of that. So no, Japan ain't comfortable with anything. I'm talking about all genitalia, any pubic hair, nothing. That all gets censored. If anybody will tell you ever pick up a Japanese porn, it looks like Atari. It is the weirdest. It's the weirdest form of censorship that I am surprised that is still around today at this point. It's the weirdest thing, but you're just like, if you've been here for so long, you just go ahead and like, I don't know. It's just all omitted from your brain at this point. It didn't even register to me anymore. Coming up next, Akasan reacts to Japanese porn. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, Red Dread Nation, stand up, speak up. Sorry, that was kind of a long one, but we had a lot of stuff to talk about. Let me know what you guys think about the Invincible trailer. I'm very excited about it, and I cannot wait for next year. I mean, this is look, at this point, guys, with all the movies being delayed, like, the future is now with Prime. The future is now with Netflix. In demand is going to be the new place to be watching. Streaming is going to be the new place to be watching a bunch of stuff, basically. Like, that's going to be our entertainment for the next year or so. I promise you, because there's no way that the theaters are opening back up this year, and there's no way that things are going to be better anytime early next year. And even when things are reopened, I guarantee you most people will not be returning. It's going to be a very stagnant situation, and so studios are still going to freak out about that, and be very withholding their stuff. So yeah. All right, till next time, guys. I'll talk to you then. Thank you so much. Stay invincible.